Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your host, the Doctor. Yes, that's me. This week we're going to talk about all kinds of things. And it's good to see Sean and Kevin and everybody else watching. It's a great day. We're going to talk about Boulder Dash Bash. We're also going to talk about something that was so awesome that Six Flags New England did. We're going to talk about a bunch of news. We're going to talk about crying and upsetness of this being closing weekend. We're going to talk about upcoming events. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, and there's probably a lot of stuff tonight that what do you call it? That should be pretty good. It's definitely going to be it's going to be fun tonight. So I want to first kick off with the awesomeness of Six Flags New England. I don't know how many have seen this pop up. I know I posted it on my personal page on Facebook. I posted it on SFNE Online's Facebook page. Labor Day weekend, we lost the New England assistant rep, Donna Piper. Well, I had no idea this was going on. Nobody did. It seems that Melanie Smith, which is... She's the one that I've always been in contact with when we do events. Well, she made it a point and made sure that Donna Piper got remembered in some kind of way. So somewhere around the group sales building in the shade, you will find a brand new bench that was put up a couple days ago, and there's a plaque on it. In memory of Donna Piper, and there's a little saying under it. Russ also sent the email as well for those that are on Russ, and for those that don't know who Russ is the Ace New England rep, and he sent out the email as well. It was pretty awesome, but I figured I'd mention it just because it just shows what a true class act that Six Flags New England really is. I mean, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do a damn thing. And they went out of their way to show remembrance. Stand goal achieved. Woo! But, it was definitely something awesome. And so if you're going to the park this weekend, you'll be able to check it out. I know I'm going to go look for it myself. And I just thought it was a great thing. I applaud... Six Flags New England. I even emailed them all and told them how much I appreciated what they did, because that really means a lot. It really does. It really means a lot to everybody that was friends with people in the Coastal community, people in Ace, so on and so forth. It really meant a lot. It was really cool. So, but besides that, we're going to kick into some news because there's some cool things to me, there's some Frozen news and some other cool Disney news, and there's other things going on that I figured I would mention because there's some cool things out there. I'm not a Frozen fan, but I know a lot of, some people, I don't know how many of you are, but we can discuss what I've seen. So, where is it? Where's my notes? I printed them out at work, and then I left them at work. I didn't bring my notes. So I got to go back to the old way of what I used to do on the computer. I had to rewrite them all over again on the computer. All right, so we're going to start with Walt Disney World Epcot. Everybody knows about Frozen going into the Maelstrom ride out in Norway. So, the LA Times has sort of updated and said kind of what's going on for, just to kind of give a synopsis of the ride and some of the technologies and stuff like that and the story of what is going to happen with the Frozen ride. Now, I can't stand the movie Frozen. I wish I never bought the DVD, but I did anyway, and it's part of my Disney collection, so be it. Anyway, so it's going to have those... I don't know how many of you have ridden the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and seen the indoor section with Dopey, the Seven Dwarfs and all that. It's going to use the same technology and animatronics as those with the faces, but also... it may, and you know what? In the statement that LA Times makes, it is true. it makes them look more lifelike than how the old animatronics from the older rides look. It actually, they look more realistic than the older stuff, which the older stuff and the new stuff, I like it all, so it doesn't matter to me. But, where is it? But I just lost my notes. That's why I like them printed. All right, so the other thing too, the story of the new ride is going to have guests enter the queue and pass Wandering Oaken's trading post, where he'll wipe the steam off the windows occasionally and give you a yoo-hoo. And as you pass by, from there you'll board the boats to take part in the Winter Summer Festival, where the Queen Alyssa will use her powers to make it snow in her palace and sings the worst song ever, Let It Go. You're also going to encounter most of the iconic characters from the film, like Seven the Reindeer, Olaf ice skating by, Marshmallow the giant snowman, Kristoff, and even a visit to the Troll Valley. In fact, even a ride, the ride's old exit point, themed to look like a fishing village in Norway, is said to be rethemed to fit into the Frozen storyline. I don't know how many of you have been on Maelstrom at Epcot, but here's something I don't know. Or what's going to happen. I mean, Disney themselves hasn't released a lot of information about the attraction. It's not in full detail and full glory. As you get closer, they'll kind of give a little bit more teaser, more information about it. But how many of you remember when you do get off that ride and you go through that fishing village, and then to exit, you have to go into a theater, which was a movie about Norway. And you had to run across it if you didn't want to see the movie, because you've seen it once, you don't need to see it 5 million times. It's not really, to me, it's not I have to watch every time I go. It's more like every other time I watch it, just because, especially if you're halfway through your day and you're already in the countries, you kind of just want to chill out and see things. So that might be something, it's nice and cold, it's not hot. So when you're in the hot, you know how it goes. So that is the Frozen stuff. I mean, for me, I'll probably ride it once the Frozen mania dies down. I really don't care about Frozen. It doesn't do anything for me. A lot of the movies that Disney makes nowadays, and it's not just Disney, it's a lot of other companies, they seem not to hold the test of time anymore, and I don't know why. You had that resurgence that they had in the 90s. You had, Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast and Little Mermaid and all that. You don't really find too many movies nowadays that still kind of hold that magic. There are some Disney movies that still to this day hold that magic, but I'd like to see, 10, 15 years down the road, how much does Frozen hold up from its popularity to, down the road? Because it just seems people's attention spans aren't what they used to be. Our generation, people around my age, mid-20s up to, 40 years old that have watched the movie, watched, Aladdin, and we watched Beauty and the Beast, and we watched Little Mermaid, and God, all the movies. But will they hold the test of time? Are our attention spans different than kids today or not? I don't know. I know my kids, when they were little, they held on to certain movies. They were like, oh, I gotta watch. And they still watch some of these movies. Now, some of them, in today, like Jeremy, for instance, when Despicable Me came out, it was all Despicable Me for like a month. And then when the next cartoon movie came out on DVD, it was that movie, and then he forgot about Despicable Me. And then it would just keep going on and on and on and on like that. And then once in a while, he goes back to those, but not like when he first got them over and over. His attention span doesn't work like mine. Like my favorite all-time movie, I would probably say that I've watched the most in my entire life, would probably be Dawn of the Dead from 1978. I used to watch it, and I still watch it. I watched it. I've probably watched that movie a couple hundred times in my whole life. I love that movie. To me, it's an amazing movie. But I've watched a lot of movies over and over and over and over. I just have this thing, I just keep watching. I love movies. I will watch just about any movie one time. And then maybe I might like it and watch it a few more times, or I'll like it a lot and watch it. So I like to see how Frozen ends up down the road. All right, so a couple of parks are painting their rides. Cedar Point is that Barnum company there that does all the coaster painting. They were awarded, there must be another company because they were awarded to paint Top Thrill Dragster. So they get to do the paint job. They are also doing Luna Park's Coney Island Cyclones getting a paint job. So now that's going to get a paint job, which I will say, I know some people are upset when they reprofiled some of the Coney Island Cyclone, and it's not what it used to be, but it's been reprofiled quite a few times. But regardless of that, I think now it's a fantastic ride. It does not hurt. You know, it was brutal. It was a really brutal ride, and now it's beautiful. I like it. So those two rides will be getting painted. So when you get to the 2016 season, you will see the Coney Island Cyclone brightly painted. You will see Top Thrill Dragster all brightly painted. It's going to be great just to see those rides. Because I'm actually thinking for 2016, I think I'm going to suck it up and take Jeremy to Cedar Point so he can get his, you know, his rides in on that. He's never been, so I think I'm going to take him there, let him have some fun, and see what happens from there. All right, for those that love video games, I know I do myself. Starting tomorrow, and I believe it's November 2nd, November 3rd, one of those 2 days, you have to double check. But Roller Coaster Tycoon World is doing a beta for those that have pre-ordered the game. So if you pre-order it today, you can, in fact, start playing beta. I haven't pre-ordered yet, but I think when I get done with the show, I'm going to go pre-order it and, you know, give it a try, give it a whirl, see what it does. You know, and plus, I'm not exactly sure how that works when you pre-order a PC game and how to cancel that if you think it sucks. You know, but we'll see. But I definitely want to get the game. I mean, I remember when I bought the first one in the night, it was 98, 99, around there when it came out. I loved that game. I saw it. Matter of fact, I was living in upstate New York. I was working up there, and I was a total loser when I was up there. I didn't know anybody, didn't know anything. All I did was go to work, and then I sat in my apartment for the rest of the time. So I looked in the ads, you know, the Sunday ads, and they said, hey, game coming out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, let me check this out. I loved Tycoon games back then. And I tried it, fell in love, and then I just bought them all since then. So this is definitely one for the books and definitely one for me to grab. So if I do pre-order it and get it and play it, then next week I could talk about it. Maybe if I can compile video of what I done to show it off, that would be cool. And then you can check out the game. So maybe I'll do that. I think I'll do that. I think that'd be good. What do you guys think? I think that'd be good. Yeah, Star Wars is great. And the funny thing is, when I talked to my dad, when my dad came in the office today, he hadn't seen any of the trailers, anything about the new Star Wars movie. He saw nothing up until today. I made him watch the trailer, and he was like, wow, this looks pretty good. And I asked him, and I don't remember, but I said, have I seen Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi in the theater when it came out? And he said, yeah. I don't remember it. It was a long time ago. I know my parents used to take me to the movies all the time. I've seen a whole bunch of movies, you know, as a kid. You know, I was able to see some good movies when I was a kid. Do I remember most of them? No. But evidently I watched those in the theater. That's what he claims, but I don't remember it. Which kind of sucks. I kind of wish I remembered seeing that. But Star Wars is good, and I cannot wait for the new Star Wars to come out in a couple months. I will be there. I will buy my ticket. All right, let's get on with the news here for myself. All right, here's something that's kind of interesting. Disney is actually working on a new movie based off of Tower of Terror. That's all I know. It's basically, six people stuck in the elevator get struck by lightning, but it's not called Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. It's just called Tower of Terror. Now, another thing that gets brought up in my mind when you hear that, now hopefully the movie's good, and it probably will be, but what's to say down the road they don't take Twilight Zone off the ride and just call it Tower of Terror? That's something to think about in the future, but I'm actually excited to see that they're trying this. They did it with Pirates of the Caribbean, and when they make movies off of rides, sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss. Like, you look at Haunted Mansion with Eddie Murphy in it. I liked the movie. I know a lot of people gave it a lot of crap and said it sucked. I actually liked it, but that's me. I don't know how many of you saw Haunted Mansion, with Eddie Murphy in it, and that was based off of the ride. I don't know. I thought it was good. It did its job of doing the Haunted Mansion. Maybe it could have been a little bit better. Maybe it could have been a little bit worse. I don't know. But from what I remember of the movie, it was good. I liked it. I was entertained. I mean, a lot of people, when they bash movies, they're looking like they want Oscar-worthy movies all the time. And I don't know why. I really don't. It's like, can't you just go to the movie and enjoy the movie? That's why I never listen to a critic when they talk about a movie. Because 99.9% of the time, they are wrong. So I don't know why they still exist, movie critics, because they're always wrong anyway. Now, this one right here, this little tidbit of news I'm going to give you right now, came out of left field. Came out, I guess, yesterday. Universal Studios is going to be adding a Jimmy Fallon attraction. It's going to be called Race Through New York, featuring Jimmy Fallon. There's a whole little story, such as, we walk into the Studio B and we're like part of the show, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes on. Jimmy Fallon actually announced it during one of his shows the other night, and it's taking over the old the Twister ride spot. Twister closes November 2nd for good. Goodbye. See you later. I mean, I'll tell you what. When I was younger, I loved the Twister ride. Well, experience. I thought it was neat. I thought it was cool. It's still kind of a little, tacky, little kind of obscure kind of thing, showing you what a Twister can do. It wasn't that long of an attraction. I love the movie. The movie Twister's awesome. But I think it was time for the ride to be retired. I know a lot of people going, "Oh my God, what the hell? All these rides getting ripped out." You know what? Jimmy Fallon is a very funny guy. Very funny guy. He's very talented. He's deserved everything that he's gotten because, he's worked his butt off. So for him to be part of a ride now, so that means that 2017 Universal Orlando has a great line of attractions that are going to open. Actually, the next 2 years. Because next year you're going to have Kong and you're going to have the Hulk return. The year after that, you're going to have the Jimmy Fallon ride, you're going to have Fast and Furious, and you're going to have Volcano Bay Water Park. Now, I really don't care about Fast and the Furious because from what I saw of the ride out in Hollywood, I don't like it. But that's me, and I just leave it at that. Like I said, if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I can't really, even though I haven't ridden it, that whole franchise just doesn't interest me. Don't get me wrong, I love fast cars, and stuff like that, but those movies just did nothing for me. That's me. I'd rather watch like Gone in 60 Seconds or something like that. That kind of fast car movie. So that's it's just weird how Universal agreed to do that, But I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, how awesome is that? You get an attraction based off of your show that you do. It's you. It's not a character. It's based off of you. But Jimmy Fallon, if you watch the video about the Universal ride, you will see, he tries his hardest not to say much, and he says, beep it if I can't say it. And he said smoke, and there's some water stuff and some other stuff. But they didn't really give out there's no details, to really give out yet. The attraction opens 2017, and so we'll know more as time goes on. These parks are killing me with not giving out information. All the parks are doing it, especially like Disney and Universal. They're going, oh, well, we're just going to give you a little tease. I know they do it for marketing reasons and to build up the hype, to keep the momentum going and all that. But come on. I want to know a little bit more. You don't have to give out the whole kit and caboodle, but come on, man. Give me something. Give me a little something more than that. The next thing, and I think is the last tidbit of news I have, is about Conneaut Lake Park. Everybody knows the ups and downs that this park has been having. Well, there's a plan in place from outside to liquidate the park and sell off everything and close it all down, and they'll probably take it and make condos or something out of it. I don't know. But the upswing to all this, there's an online petition going out there to save the park and prevent it from being liquidated. Now, like they always say, you have a voice and use it. If you want to see this park stay open, I've never been, and I should go, but I've never been. So shame on me if I never get to ride it. But anyway, if you want to see it, live on, I would sign this petition. Every vote that you can get is another vote that helps save the park. The more and more you get, the more and more you can save it. Now, the new people that have taken over are trying their best to put a plan in place to try to keep it open. So that's what they're working on. They're trying to win. They're trying to battle. They're trying to win. They're all fighting over tax money that's owed to them. Now, even if you liquidate the park, you're still not going to get the amount of money that you're owed. So it doesn't matter. You might as well, if these people have a plan, you're better off just letting them pay you back. Or whatever. There's a big fight going on. They're fighting over money. It's ridiculous. They should just, okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't get how people let money ruin their lives. It's pretty crazy about it. Pretty crazy. Anyway, so that's all I got for news for today, but we're not done yet. We are going to talk about Boodler Dash Bash. Now, I didn't make a video. My phone was on the fritz, so, I didn't take a video camera or nothing with me. So, I'll just talk about it, and then we're going to talk about closing weekend, and then we'll talk about upcoming events that you may want to mark on your calendar. But, and we'll go over the flyers again, just in case somebody didn't watch last week and is watching. Maybe you didn't pay attention, and now you will. I don't know. But it's just good to talk about, to keep the hype train going. But anyway, so let's talk about Boodler Dash Bash at Lake Compounce. For those that, didn't know, and that we talked about at the beginning of the show about Donna Piper passing away, this was the first event in New England without Donna Piper there. So after we checked in, we went to Boulder Dash for ERT. We actually got a little bit over an hour of ERT, which was pretty damn nice. We got, anywhere from 12 to 16 rides. I'm not exactly sure. I lost count after a while. But it's somewhere, I know it's a vague number, but it's between 12 and 16. It could be 14. I don't know. The way ERT works is you get on, you get 2 rides, you get off, go around, get back in, 2 rides, and so on and so forth. But before they started the ERT, Russ gave a heartfelt speech. You could tell he was, upset about it. But it was something that needed to be done, and it was great. And then, we got our rides in. We had a great time. They did do a little bit of retrack work, evidently, between Labor Day and the event. The ride is excellent. There's just one spot for me that hurts, is the triple up, the middle one. Just the way the train hits, boom, and, it jams into me. It wasn't as bad as Labor Day weekend. It just needs a touch more fixing, and it'll be the ride will be amazing, which is great because the ride is an awesome ride. I know most of you that have ridden it. I don't know what, Brandon Allen went for the first time there, so I don't know what he thinks of Boulder Dash, but let me tell you, my personal experience is the ride doesn't disappoint. Going, running through the mountain, it's a fantastic ride. All the different, dipsy doodles and turns and all that, and riding it in the dark is even better. But let me tell you something. I came up with a suggestion for everybody to go do Ghost Hunt because I know from personal experience and historically, when you during Halloween time, as soon as the park opens, that line starts building up and building up and building up. So we went and rode that. Sure enough, the line started building up, building up, So we we got on no problem. Then we just kept riding. Thunder and Lightning. We rode the Flyers a few times. You can actually snap them now if you figure out how to get them to sail and get them to snap. You can now snap them. It seems they're moving a little faster, and it seems like a better ride now. So, because before they were terrible, and you couldn't snap them for nothing, and now you can. So, myself and Luco snapped them. Some snaps were better than others for me. I didn't have strong, powerful snaps. I just had just a little bit of a... nothing to write home to mama about. But next time you're there, give them a whirl. You might, if you're good at snapping, you may be able to snap these. If you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to snap. So practice makes perfect. Remember that, practice makes perfect. Anyway, so we rode a bunch of rides. We did the haunt. There was no haunt in Kittyland, and there was no haunt in the theater, which is shocking because they usually do. But I guess evidently it has to do with the construction of the new coaster. So I'll have to talk to Jerry about that. About the whole the haunts inside the park, not the haunted graveyard. Well, anyway, so we did the haunted graveyard. They were just letting anybody in. Your time meant nothing. You could just go. So that's what we did. We went at our time, but they were just letting anybody in. And from once you got into the line to actually, to go in. It took about 20 minutes, not too bad. And the haunt's pretty damn good. I like going through it. It's fun. It's a 45-minute walkthrough. It's the guy that runs it. His name's Ernie. He does a fantastic job with his team. They do amazing job with all the different the different sceneries, the attention to detail, the costumes, and everything. They do a really good job. I really was digging the haunted graveyard, and from especially going to like Universal and going to Busch Gardens and doing Six Flags. Now we did this, so we added that to the repertoire of 2015. I wish I did more haunts outside of amusement parks this year, but the weekends filled up. It was pretty crazy, and it's sad that the season's ending, but I can't wait to take, at least the following weekend to kind of just chill and regroup myself. Maybe we'll go to Fire and Ice next weekend. I don't know. I think it'll be cool. But anyway, the event, it was a cheap event. There was no food included. We got a little over an hour of ERT. The one thing that I love about Lake Compounds is they always put on good events. The food's always good. The ERT's always good. I always have fun when I'm there. It doesn't matter. I always have fun. Great ride. It's just a great time. So, needless to say, it was like $30 or something like that. $35 event. It was worth every penny. And it's always good seeing all my coaster friends there chit-chatting, shooting it up, because we were hanging. It was me, Lugo, the kids, Brandon Allen, and his dad. We were just hanging out, doing our thing. It was cool. It was worth every penny. It really was. So next year, I advise that, if you could do it, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh, one thing, I looked at a picture over here. It made me think of something. For all you amusement park Christmas ornament collectors, This is something, especially in the New England area. If you've been to Rocky Point, this will excite you. For those that don't know, there is a company that makes Rocky Point Christmas ornaments, and they come out with some every so many years. They have the entrance sign. They have the bag of clam cakes. They have 2 of the House of Horrors cars, and they have a bumper car. Now this year, they have the Log Flume car for 2015. So I saw that today. I got all kinds of excited. I have to go buy me one to add to my tree. It is amazing. So those are like Rocky Point. And the name of the company is called My Little Town. Just look them up on the internet. They're based in Rhode Island, and you can buy them offline. And Christmas time, that they put a store in Cranston, in that plaza that I can't think of at the second. Oh, what do they call that place in Cranston? There used to be Comp USA there. Oh, I can't remember. I feel so dumb right now. I can't remember. Oh, what do they call that plaza? It's like a famous plaza in Rhode Island. I forgot. I'll think about it after the show and go, oh yeah, that's it. I always do that. But anyway, so if you're looking for Rocky Point ornaments, go to My Little Town. I think it's like mylittletown.com or MLT.com. Just type in your search engine, My Little Town. You'll see the Christmas ornaments. Click new on 2015. Because I didn't see, but I didn't totally look. They may not have any more Rocky Point of other ornaments. They might be done with that run. And now they got this one. So I got to get this one before they're done with it. So it'll be awesome. I will definitely go buy the Log Flume. But it's cool if you're looking for kind of like niche items. There's a lot of stuff to do in the New England area, mainly Rhode Island, but they have some stuff from Massachusetts that they, ornaments, desk ornament thing, things you put on, desk figures and stuff like that. It's cool. Little pricey, but in the end of the day, it's something I collect and I enjoy, so I will definitely grab it. It'll be awesome. Everything will be awesome. How about that? Everything is awesome. Give me the trailer. What trailer? What trailer are you talking about, Costa Kev? I do not know. All right, so that was the Lake Compounds event. Now let's talk about closing weekend. This is the sad time. This is like when we all cry at the end of Sunday night. Yes, the parks are closing. The only parks that are going to be left open for the most part is going to be like a little for, like Six Flags Great Adventure is going to be open, Hershey Park, Sesame Street Park, Busch Gardens, places like that are going to, what do you call it? Florida parks, California parks, stuff like that. Whoever's doing holiday in the park, and Christmas events like Kennywood. Lake Compounds will be open for Christmas. So the Costa season officially ends Sunday, but it still lingers on a little bit. Maybe in the future you'll start seeing most of the parks. Oh, also this Edaville Railroad. Edaville Railroad is awesome. I totally recommend Edaville Railroad. I know it's like a train park with a lot of kiddie stuff in it, but let me tell you, it's a good time. Sit on a train, go check out the lights. You can check out Thomastown, get the new Costa credits and stuff like that. Yep, Santa's Village is open for those that want to make the troop up to New Hampshire. I'm actually really considering going to Santa's Village in December again. I'm totally, honestly thinking about doing that. Did I go to Santa's Village this year? No, I didn't. I didn't do that this year. But regardless of that, I know we've talked about this in the past, but Santa's Village is another awesome place to go, especially as you get into the December months and there's snow on the ground, and you might catch being up there when it's got some flurries going around, and then when you're there, when it's dark out, and you can see the Christmas lights and stuff. it really makes you feel like you're in Santa's village. You know, it's I know it's a kiddie place. I get that. You know, it's not really it's not a theme park like Six Flags per se. You know, you can go feed reindeer. You can go on rides, even when it's like 0 out. The coaster don't open, but you know, it's still a fun place. And I spend from open to close there, and I have a ball. I really love it. At 5 o'clock, you can drive home and be home, you know, by 9, 10 o'clock, maybe 11 if you stop and get a bite to eat. But Santa's Village is awesome. It really is. You know, I like the park, so I don't know how much I can stress it how awesome it is, but it is. Edaville Railroad, another awesome place. You know, Lake Compounds, for what they do for wintertime, that's another awesome place to go. Any park that is open for Christmas is great in my book, just because it gives me more opportunity to keep going inside the parks, to keep on riding, so that I'm totally not going insane. You know, I want to go to Sesame Street Park. I know my kids are probably too old for Elmo and Big Bird, but I want to go. And I know the kids will probably go, this sucks. But I want them to learn, I know because they get older, they don't want to deal with it, but I want them to appreciate any park. Doesn't matter how big, how small, for kids, for adults, for teens, tweens, whatever. I want the kids to appreciate parks in general. I mean, they don't, you know, if they get sick of parks and whatever, then hey, that's on them. But I want them to appreciate other stuff. You know, not just the big bad roller coasters and stuff. I want to appreciate everything. Take it in. Enjoy it. That's all it is in life. Just enjoy it. Take it in. Leave your troubles at the front gate. Surround yourself with good people is another one too. All right, so let's bring up Ace events and stuff, because there's some cool events that I'm gonna recommend. We talked about some last week, some new ones this week that I want to talk about. There is and it's coming up soon. If you happen to go to Ace's website, and this flyer I do not have, so I have to pull up the flyer on this, unfortunately. But what's coming up soon? I don't know how many people remember this. What always happens in November? IAPA. And unfortunately this year I am not going, I guess. Anyway, Fun Spot. Now, I went there when I was in Florida, and I told you how awesome these little places are. They got a deal for you. They're going to extend some amazing offers exclusive for all valid ACE members. A one-day, one-park unlimited ride wristband is only $20 plus tax. And the offer is good at either Orlando or Kissimmee Park, and will be extended to immediate family and friends in attendance with you. 3 guests maximum per ACE membership. To take advantage of this, you must present your valid ACE card at the ticket window, and your guests must be present. As with normal gate admission, Sky Coaster is not included. It says, 2, if you're currently a 2015 season pass holder for Fun Spot, they're offering something extra special. ACE members that visit the park during IAPA week can purchase the 2016 pass for $74.50, which is half of the normal price. Both parks are included in the season pass, and with all season passes, Sky Coaster is not included. The offer is good for valid ACE members only. The special price will not be extended to non-ACE members. During the special offer, proof of ACE membership is required. But the all 3 offers, there's another one. If you do not have a season pass, you too can purchase a pass for $74.50, and you get the great offer and all that. But it says all 3 offers are valid from Friday, November 13th to Sunday, November 22nd. So if you're going to be in that area and you want to partake, show your ACE membership, you can get a season's pass. If you plan on going there more than one time, because normally when you go, It's like $44, and you get both parks for one day, which is great because we did that. You can do that. You can do that, no problem. Kissimmee didn't, both parks didn't open till noon. We were there for around noonish, 12:30ish, maybe 1, I don't know. We did Kissimmee, and then we finished up that park. We ridden everything we wanted to. Then we went to Orlando. We rode the wood coaster. We rode the rides. We rode the go-karts. We had a ball with the bumper boats. We were in the arcades in both of them. So you got time to do everything. It's it's a neat, it's like one of those, what I call an offside attraction. It's not a big park or anything like that, but they have a lot of fun stuff to do. Excuse me. The only thing I do wish that they would put in is a dark ride of some type or a walk through haunted house. Something like that would be pretty cool. But that's just me. All right. Let me go back to my notes here so we can get to... All right, there is no flyer yet. Like I said last week, December 5th, Storybook Land Christmas event. Down in Egg Harbor, New Jersey, it's Storybook Land. Now, if you watched the video that I put on for CoasterCon, you would have seen, video and pictures of Storybook Land. Now, it's an awesome little place. It's really cool. It's fun. It's like Storybook. It's like Storyland up in New Hampshire. Same premise. But the Storybook Land has a Christmas event. They have Bubbles the Coaster open. They, the train with the lights and all. It's a cute little park. I loved it. I thought it was great. So, needless to say, Brett says it's a $15 event. Nothing's finalized yet, so they're working on that. So they'll have that out as soon as possible. Plus, they're sending out feelers for how many people are actually going to go on Facebook. They have event pages for that and Winter Adventure. They're trying to see how many people are actually going to go. Because the following day, they have an event at Great Adventure, Six Flags Great Adventure, called Winter Adventure. Now, Winter Adventure is going to be split up into 2 parts, I believe. From what I heard, Winter Adventure, like they did this year, is going to consist of, it's like Nor'easter. You're going to sit there, they got presentations and all that, and then after that's done, they're going to move into, excuse me, I'm full of burps and hiccups and coughing. I don't know. Well, anyway, it's going to move into Holiday in the Park. I know they're trying to work on some ERT if possible. Only a section of the park's open, not the entire park, which kind of sucks in a way, but, I can understand why. You're not going to have El Toro open and King Dakar and Nitro and Batman, and you're probably most likely going to have, like, kiddie coasters and like, Dark Knight and Skull Mountain will be open. That's what I think. I don't know for sure. I have to check the rides list, if they have a rides list up yet. I have no idea. I haven't checked yet. But that's what you're going to get with that. There's no price point on that yet, so we're still waiting on that. Now we're going to start heading into next year's event, and we talked about it yesterday. You're going to get East Coaster at Hershey Park on February 6th. Let me tell you, I talked about it briefly, last week. I told you how much it cost. From my experience, you get the tours. You get the free one that walks you around the park and the maintenance building. Then there's the paid one for the zoo, which I'm really considering doing, depending upon the price. But to be able to get a private tour of the zoo, that would be pretty cool, I think. But like the meals and stuff, they take you with the employees eat. It's like a restaurant. It's, like you would sit in an amusement park restaurant, only that's where the employees go, the buffet set up. They got crazy door prizes. They got crazy auctions, crazy giveaways, crazy, presentations. They got all kinds of stuff. When I first saw last year the price tag on it, I went, why do I want to spend $47 for to sit there all day? Because it's like an 8-hour day. The actual day of the event. That's like an 8-hour day. Plenty of breaks, but you're literally there for 8 hours in the theater. It's not like Nor'easter, you're there for 3 or 4 hours or whatever, and then you're off doing a tour or whatever. You know, this is, you're legit in that building. I mean, you go out for breaks, you know, go pee, go have a cigarette, go whatever. You know, but you're literally there for like 8 hours. So, you know, it's worth it though. Especially as you get into Ace and you want to learn more about different parks, you want to hear, you want to get to know different park personnel, so on and so forth. That's the way to go. It'll be fun. It really will. All right, so that's that. Now, a couple of dates have popped up since then. Obviously, no flyers because it's so futuristic out there. May 7th, Wooden Warrior Day at Quasi Amusement Park. I don't know how many of you have been to Wooden Warrior Day. I don't know how many of you have ridden Wooden Warrior, but I love Wooden Warrior. I think it's a fantastic coaster for a cute little park like that. It's done wonders for them. It's helped them a lot, and it's helped them thrive with all the new attractions that they're adding. They're adding some cool things. So it's good to see, and I'm glad that they keep doing the event. So I may not go yet. I haven't decided yet, but I'm thinking about it. Now this is the last event that I'm talking about. Again, there is no flyer because it's a July event. It is actually July 9th through the 10th, but I cannot go to this because I've already committed to an event for that same weekend. The event I'm going to is called Pintastic. It's a pinball expo. You know, you can free play pinball every day and just play till your fingers and eyeballs fall out. But it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I'll probably be picking up a pinball there. You know how I am. Crazy pinball guy. And maybe if I feel like getting rid of a pinball, I'll bring one there and sell it there. I could do that too. Could be cool. But yeah, so keep these dates. You know, it's Ace Plays at Funtown Splashtown. So keep these dates rolling. You know, keep these dates in your mind. I know they're far out, but I like, you know, something that piques my interest. You know, when there's events of parks that I know people want to visit, I bring them up. I know, and I try to bring up oddball ones that are probably places people may never visit, don't want to visit, or maybe like, hey, that's why I bring up oddball events. But, you know, Funtown Splashtown is in Maine. But myself, I'm doing Pintastic for the Funtown Splashtown. It is what it is. I mean, I wish it was like another weekend, that event, but I have no choice in when the park allows for the event to happen. So unfortunately, I can't do the event. And I'm not going to pay for like half the event. You know, like one day. I'm going to pay for, if I'm going, I'm going to do both days. But I've already booked the hotel room and I already made plans for the event. So that's what I'm doing. Oh, well. The one event I forgot to mention, I skipped right over, is December 12th, Coasting Through the Snow at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. That's a great event. You know, I've told you guys a bunch of times what it is, how much it costs, how awesome it was. I believe I made a video last year for it. It's just an event. Busch Gardens is a lovely park. You know, from the landscaping, the shows, the food, the rides, all around great park, all around fun event. That region does put on some really good events between that and with King's Dominion and some other places that they do some good events down there. So it's not like you're not getting quality events. You're getting really, I mean, look at it. You're going to get ERT on Verbolten. You're going to get Midway Game. You're going to get a Fireside Feast with Santa. There's door prizes, festive outfit contest. And then at nighttime, they do a snack and a VIP seating for a show. So, let me tell you, it's pretty cool. It's definitely a good event. It's worthy of going if, you know, you're looking for an event. I mean, I know the price is up there a smidgy, a little smidgy pumpkin pie, but like I said, It is what it is, and you take it with a grain of salt. So that's what that is. So anyway, so don't forget. Matter of fact, also don't forget Saturday night going into Sunday. The clocks go back, so you get an extra hour of sleep. So you get an extra hour of sugar rush from when you come back from trick or treating with your children, or maybe you just went out yourself and went trick or treating. Other than that, Sean's gonna be doing Scream Fest. Yeah, Halloween. That's a weekend, so I don't work. Thank God. But I mean, in any case, with Halloween, I will be at my house. We say I have to work, but I am grilling for the last time. And when the kids get back, s'mores. So that's cool. That's still not a bad Halloween. But when I'm doing, this is the last year that I'm doing the scare people in my front yard. I know. I'm sure the neighborhood will be upset about it, but it's a pain in the butt. And I feel I personally, I feel I'm missing out. I've taken the kids trick-or-treating, so I didn't miss that. From when they were born up until 5 years ago, I was trick-or-treating with them. So up until 2010, I was trick-or-treating with the kids. So, and Devin doesn't really care about trick-or-treating, and Jeremy still likes to trick-or-treat, so that's cool for him. So he goes with his mom. I feel that I should be either at a park or I should be at a haunted house, something other than doing this. Even though, don't get me wrong, I love doing this. I think it's fun. The neighborhood loves it. It's going to blow people's minds when they go, oh my God, there's no haunt there this year. People are probably going to egg my house. People are going to be upset and angry, probably, that I didn't do it. And people don't realize the effort that goes into it. I mean, my haunt, I would have to, if I was going to do it again, I'd have to rip all this out and go build a brand new haunt. There is no, what do you call it? There is no keeping that. That stuff's rotted. It's ready just to fall down and die. Matter of fact, from the wind and the rain, some of it already started falling apart. So I got tomorrow, I mean, nothing major was done. A couple little things happened. Nothing destructive that I just got to, what do you call it? Just put back together. Nothing too crazy. That, it's something that can be done. So I'll fix that tomorrow. Tomorrow we go through the animatronics, make sure everything has what it has, and then we go to town on Saturday. I just go wake up. My ritual for Halloween is I wake up, I go to Dunkin', I go get me something to eat, and then, my coffee, I watch a little TV, and then probably by noon, 1 o'clock, maybe even 11, I start setting everything up. I put the fog machines out. I go nuts with all this stuff. And then I just go do it. So that's what I do. As a matter of fact, when I get done with this, I got to go check to make sure I still have all the extension cords and stuff. If not, I got to go buy some tomorrow. Which would suck if I have to go out and buy more, but I'll need them for Christmas anyway. Christmas, I'm still decorating. In Halloween, I'll probably decorate a little bit, but I'm not going crazy anymore. I just want to go and do my thing. I want to go have fun. I just want to have fun. I want to have fun and don't have to build anything. I sound like a whiny little girl. That's, I don't know, getting whiny in my old age, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to get going. I have some Halloween stuff I really have to attend to. Being last minute crazy guy I am. But anyway, everybody have a safe and happy Halloween. I will see whoever goes to Six Flags New England on Sunday for closing day. And next week we'll talk about closing day. We'll talk about Roller Coaster Tycoon World if I just remember to pre-order it. And we'll also talk about... I'm going to videotape it and stuff of the haunt. But I'm also going to take pictures for New England, closing day, last shots of Bizarro. Even though most people just don't care anymore, they just want Superman back. They've already written off Bizarro. And also, don't forget, for those that do go Sunday, make sure you check out the Donna Piper bench. And if you don't, remember to go in the springtime to check it out. And I will see everybody next Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see everybody. Have a great weekend. And until next time, everybody, keep on coasting. Woo! Happy Halloween.